Hey guys, you're welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today it's a Sunday morning. I'm already dressed for church and I have to be out of here in about 30 minutes. Of course, as usual, last minute and doing last minute things. I didn't have time to shoot videos throughout the week, so since I have to post on Sunday, here I am again showing up. Round of applause for Anne. Anyway, quickly, I wanted to talk about something today. Today's February 11th. Okay, in a few days there's going to be like the Valentine wave. So February is like the month of love and there's usually love things going on. So yesterday I was thinking about the February that I had a couple of years back where I pretty much did not want to hear anything about love or relationships because it was becoming so overwhelming. Okay, so let me tell you what was going on in this season. I was in a season of separation, and the separation that I was in was very, very intense. So the place where I was in, it was like the outskirts of town. I was in just one room. Okay, it was like a studio apartment. I had what I needed. I had Wi-Fi and everything. So the plan was to like stay there for 6 weeks, and all I would do was kind of like a retreat. I was, getting to know God again. I was building on my relationship with God, because things were just all over the place. So that's the season I was in. So I would always like spend time in the room listening to like sermons. I wasn't even going to church at the time because of that particular season I was in. I'm not encouraging you to not go to church. That's just by the way. I wasn't going to church, so I would stream sermons on Sundays. In fact, there was not even church within my vicinity. I would stream sermons virtually every day, okay, and pray, spend like long hours in prayer and everything. So February came, and what made me upset was that on Sunday, I want to like listen to a sermon that would edify my spirit, man, that would teach me the ways of God and everything. And then I just tune into this church and they're talking about love and relationships and how to get a man and all of this. I'm just like, oh no, not again. I don't want to hear any of these things. Can you guys hold on with this love? Must you wait till February before you preach love? Do you have to wait? What happened to March, April, May? What happened to December? Okay, but now I get it. Certain churches like to take advantage of seasons, like theme their messages. Like during Christmas they teach about the birth of Christ. During Easter they teach about the death of Christ. In February they teach about love. But I believe that all of those things can be taught at any time in the year. Single people are already going through a lot and I come to church. Well, it's only if you're not in a healthy state that you come to church and they're teaching all those things that need to be affecting you. I think that was what my case was. So I was pretty much, stressed out by this teaching. So I would literally go to another church to check what are these ones preaching today. Love. It never dawned now. I was literally just tired of it. So I would not go and start watching previous sermons, or shall look for another sermon that didn't have to do with that topic. Anyway, this brings me to I used to say that I have a theory of love and healing from hurts and all of these things. I think I find it interesting that when you decide to love someone, okay, you decide to be vulnerable enough to give somebody love. And, to love, there is a risk side of it. Okay, knowing fully well that, this person might probably take my love for granted. This person might break my heart. Something might go wrong along the way. You're not anticipating it, but sometimes it happens, okay? And it's also the same love. I did a video one time talking about the love of God. I don't know if it's like 2 years ago. I think during this Valentine period, I'll probably just link it in about how God, literally decided to love us without being sure if we will love him back. Even God had to, go through this, uncertainty. That's the only thing that God cannot force on us, his love. So pretty much you can say that love is risky, okay? And the irony of it is that sometimes you give love maybe to the wrong people or maybe at the wrong time and you get hurt because you decided to love so intensely, you decided to, be vulnerable. But that the irony of it, I'm saying irony for the second time, but yeah, is that I feel like what heals a broken heart after that kind of experience is that same love that you give. Okay, now let me explain. I feel like love heals broken hearts, even though love can break hearts. I hope you get my point. Such that, you know, when somebody comes into like a season of healing and they're trying to heal from like past bad experiences with love and everything, usually what happens is that they just don't heal on their own. Especially, you know, if you're walking in it like the Christian way with God and everything. God, the love of God is shed abroad in your heart so much that it brings healing to your soul. It brings healing to that broken spirit. Okay, like you feel the love of God so well, so overwhelming, and over time that healing procedure takes place. And aside the love of God, there's also the love of men. Okay, if you feel the love of men so intensely, say and this doesn't have to do with just romantic relationships. Say like in your friendships and everything, you know, you go through a difficult season, say like a heartbreak, and then you see your friends present for you, loving you. What that's doing for you at that point in time is it's renewing your mind. It's telling you that, okay, love is not a bad thing after all. Okay, I wasn't wrong to be vulnerable enough. I wasn't wrong to, you know, fall in love, or, you know, the situation circumstances might just have been different, but that love that they show you enters into your heart and heals your soul. That's my theory. Okay, that's how I look at it. Okay, and if eventually, if you fall in love, now talking about romantic relationships, because I mean, you get heartbroken in friendships as well, and those ones hurt. Okay, you get heartbroken in family relationships, all have to do with love at different stages and different levels. But now talking about romantic relationships, now talking about romantic relationships, okay, similar things happen. Okay, when you come out of a relationship and you're heartbroken and everything, when you meet someone else, the way they show you love and the way they love you, like it makes that past experience of pain and hurt, it makes that fade away, you know, and then your heart is healed whenever they show you love and affection. You know, they are caring about you. You're once in a toxic relationship, now somebody comes and he's like doing things without asking you, without you asking for it, rather, you know. He's so thoughtful, he's, you know, he's very gentle with you. It's not a toxic relationship, no gaslighting, all of those things. It's like they're slowly putting bandage and stitches and, you know, helping you fix that heart. But yeah, I've spoken about the love of men and the love of God, and most times the truth is that the love of God is seen in the love of men. Yeah, you find yourself in certain situations and you find, you know, the love that men give to you, and you're just like, God, I know that this is you. God, I know that this is you showing your love to me through men. Okay, and most times that's how God will show his love to you. You just be like, who am I to deserve this level of, you know, of love, of care, of affection, of pampering, and all of that. So I said all this to say that this Valentine's, okay, you might need to change your perspective about love. You might need to change your perspective about relationships. Okay, you might need to take that deliberate effort to let go of the hurt and the pain and allow yourself to love, allow yourself to, you know, be loved as well. That might be a message for somebody. Okay, you cannot continue to drown in the in that pit of, oh, somebody once broke my heart, I decided to trust, and that's just how life is. Okay, but make sure that above all else, you position yourself and you allow yourself, rather, to be loved by God. God loves you. Okay, you don't even need to give him permission to love you. He loves you intensely, but you need to be able to accept this love, appreciate this love, see this love that he shows you. Okay, now I've spoken about how God can show his love through men, so you need to identify it in your daily lives. You need to start recognizing it. Little things that happen. You be like, this is the love of God shown towards me. Okay, this job is the love of God shown towards me. What this person did is God telling me that he loves me, he sees me, he cares about me. Okay, so you might need that renewal of your mind. That's one. Sometimes you feel like, oh, I'm not ready. Okay, I'm not saying that when you're still going through like trauma and everything, or you should start jumping into another relationship looking for love. No, I'm not talking about looking for love in the wrong places. Okay, so this might not apply to everybody, please, but for some people out there, maybe it's time to love again. Maybe it's time to allow yourself to feel love. Okay, because that last piece that will completely heal your heart is love. So don't run away from love. Okay, yeah, and pretty much that was my story as well. I started to feel after that February season, yeah, that happened to me. Eventually, sometime during the year, I started to learn to accept love, because the truth is that normally I wasn't even used to, I'm a very intense lover. So I'm the person that, goes all out for people. I would cross the oceans to make someone happy. That's the way I love. Okay. Both in my friendships and in my relationships. Okay. So I wasn't used to receiving that love. Eventually, I was in a place where I needed it, and I had to slowly not just accept it, but I had to start identifying that I am also loved. Okay, I'm loved by God. Most importantly, I'm loved by my friends. I remember that season too. Like I said, I was going through a lot of renewal of mind. There was a time I started feeling like nobody loves me, nobody cares about me. I think I might have spoken about this. I can't remember. And that same day that I was doing the whole crying and wallowing and everything, later in the night I received a call from my friend, like, that I was on her mind. She just wanted to check up on me. Shortly after that call, I received another call from another of my friend that, God laid it in her heart to, call me, and she gave me like words of encouragement. Like I literally was bawling my eyes out. I cried so much, because that was like, God, I see what you did there. That's like God saying, I see you, and I felt like the love of God, like just a warm embrace from God. Okay, so allow yourself to be loved and appreciate the love that is given to you. Okay, I think that I have said enough. I'm sure that one or two people have something to take from this message. Yay, I'm right on time. I have to order my Uber now and get going to church. Thank you so much for watching. Do enjoy your day, and do enjoy Valentine's Day as well. Buy yourself a gift. Buy your platonic relationships gifts as well. But there's no pressure really. I don't do anything on Valentine's Day. You don't have to, but make sure that you're not bitter. Okay, make sure you have a clear heart. If you're scrolling on social media, please do it and just keep going. I'm like, this is admirable. Trusting God that one day, if you're trusting to find a life partner, whatever, that eventually you're going to find yours. Okay, you're going to find this love that people are enjoying. But don't look at it in bitterness. And if you know that your heart cannot contain it, please stay off. Okay, just say, for the next 24 hours, I'm going to drop my phone and I'm not going to, be doom scrolling through social media. All right, thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Bye.